Hello and welcome back to my channel, Cozy Gamer Jessa. I'm Jessa, and in today's video we are going to be decorating the outside of my museum. So on a little side note, this little flower popped up, so we are now a 5-star island. I love it. Anyways, so this is the area we have for the museum. And I found these castle wall pieces that I'm going to use to cover the outside of the museum so it looks like a big castle. And they were kind of difficult to get because I had to go to like treasure islands, and then they're really expensive, and then I had to change the colors, so it was a big ordeal. Anyways, here is the little path that I made, and now I'm going to put the castle walls on top of it. So what kind of inspired this build was that I saw these on a treasure island because I do go there quite a bit to get items and flowers and stuff like that. And I've never actually used these items before, and I thought it'd be super cool to make the museum into a castle. So I got these items, the castle wall, castle tower I think it is, and they are quite expensive. And I think if you want to get them in the game like naturally, it's probably going to take a long time. I'm not sure if they're like rare to pop up or if you can get them at Nook's Cranny. I'm not really sure. I've never actually seen them in game being sold at Nook's Cranny. But anyways, I got them off of a treasure island. There's plenty of really good free ones on YouTube if you're interested. Also, I'm going to put some display stands out here because I have a couple of fossils that I want to display. I have the shark tooth and then I have the ember. So the outside of this area is going to be like a coffee shop theme. Like I'm going to have a coffee shop booth, and then on the other side maybe like sell breads in a couple stalls. And then we'll have some tables and a bunch of cute items. So right now I am placing my brick path, and if you are interested in getting this path, I do have the code down below. It is linked on my Pinterest. My Pinterest list has all of the codes that I'm using for my island, so if you're interested in any of those, go right ahead and click the link. So if you get a little glimpse of my beach area, I still do have quite a bit of flowers on my beach. I am working on trying to clear my beaches so I can actually like decorate them, because I want to make a whole little beach series, I guess, of cool beach ideas. So that is in the future, but first we have to clear off the beach, of course, which will happen naturally as we continue decorating. So I'm connecting this path from the museum area to the little resident services park that I built in a few videos ago, which you should definitely check it out if you love builds, because that one is really good too. So there is a lot of laying down path in this, mainly because I'm going to have a lot of decorations and this area is going to be pretty full. But I'm almost done. I'm just putting down my finishing touches on the ground now, which is just like these leaves and like greenery codes. And now there's just a couple left, and that's it. So we have this fossil that is a completed set. I pretty much just chose whichever one I had in my inventory or my storage that was completed, and this was the one I had. So we are working with that, and we are going to be putting fence around this whole area. I think it's not sure the name of it. Anyways, but we are using this one, and it's going to go around the perimeter of this area to kind of like enclose it. I would have done like cliffs, but it is kind of close to the beach to be having cliffs and waterfalls. So we opted out and got these fences instead, which I think they look pretty good. And I have these party lights that are gonna go right here on the little like exits, I guess. And there is gonna be a beautiful butterfly flower garden to the left. That is going to be like towards the halfway part of this video. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned because there's going to be a butterfly garden. So this is where the coffee stall is going to be, and I have some customized stalls. I also have some customized signs that I'll be putting out later, but one is for the coffee and then one will be for the bread, and they're all from the same creator and they are pretty cool. They're actually the same people that made the sign for my Elmer's Farm video. So if you like that one, it is from the same exact creator. And I have these little rope partitions that I'm going to put around the fossil to make it look like it's, I don't know, roped off and you shouldn't touch it, which you shouldn't touch fossils at a museum anyway, but usually they're not displayed outside like mine. But I thought it was a cool little detail to add to it. A little museum coffee shop. And I have my little bistro tables, which are so adorable, with the custom code on the umbrellas. And we're going to put a little stonework kitchen back here. And eventually I'll have a table and the espresso machine. But first, let's put the log stool. And eventually we will have a little garden gnome on top of that, so he'll be running the coffee stall. Alright, so I have the little afternoon tea set that I'm going to put down. Very cute. And of course we are going to be using a lot of piles of leaves in this build and some mushrooms. And over here I have little antique mini tables that I'm going to use. Mainly because I ran out of bistro tables, but also they're like, the bistro tables are very big and this space is a little smaller than the other side. So that is what we're going to put on this side. And we're going to put some pretzels, and I have a couple other breads in my storage that I have to get out. But right now I am trying to figure out what I want to do over here with the bread. I do have the dessert item over there already, but I do end up changing it because I just felt like it looked out of place outside. So eventually I do change that. And let's put this little sign here for the museum. I think that's super cute, pointing towards the museum. And I have some coffee cups that I'm going to put down. And finally, I have my little table where I'm going to put the espresso machine. And I also have the coffee grinder item that we're going to put down on the table to add to the coffee aesthetic. Very nice. Alright, and now I'm just changing everything up like I said. We're going to put this back here, and I have a covered counter that we're going to put right here. It doesn't exactly line up, but I still think it looks okay. And we'll just put the pretzels back. There we go. And got the cutting board to cut our little bread. And we have Patty in the way. I feel like whenever I'm building, the villagers always want to be in the area that I'm in, which is cute, but also like sometimes they're in the way. Like I'll be placing down codes and then I'll accidentally talk to one of them. That is a tiny bit irritating. But yeah, look how compact this area over here is. It is kind of hard to get through, but I don't know. I like the cluttered look, like having a lot of items. So that is what we're going to go with, and we'll just, you know, suffer in silence if we can't get around that well. And we have some chairs for the tables. I kind of wish they could be pushed in just a tiny bit more, because they do stick out quite a bit, but that is okay. We will deal. So a little bit off topic. I'm not sure what time of year you'll be watching this video, but it is in real life right now, the end of December. So I hope if you had a good holiday and spent it with your families, friends, people you love. For my holiday, I spent it with my cats, and then I had my friends come from Colorado, which was super awesome. I haven't seen them in a couple of years now. I know I mentioned it in one of my other videos, but um, we moved from our home state, me and my husband, and we have lived in this new state pretty much by ourselves, like no friends or family. So it's really nice to have some interactions with people, I guess, because I do work from home. So, like, I really do not get out much, and I don't have, friends or family that live close by. So, anyways, I hope you had a good holiday and got to see, your loved ones and got good gifts, ate good food, celebrated whatever you celebrate. Anyways, back to the build. We are putting some mushroom items, more piles of leaves, my favorite. And that pretty much sums up the museum build. Maybe a few flowers, glow moss. I would like to add some trees, but of course we're going to be adding trees to the garden area also. So we're going to put down the decoy duck as usual, and let's dig up some trees and some bushes. They're not blooming, but I kind of like that they aren't. I wish there was some bushes that just didn't bloom in game, because like the ones that do bloom are cute and all, but sometimes I just want just normal bushes. So I'm just using these azaleas, and eventually they will bloom. I don't exactly know what season they do, but that's okay. We are putting down our flowers, using up the flowers from the beach finally, and using more bushes. That's pretty good. Putting our glow moss. And let's start putting some bushes and flowers over here. And this is the area that's going to be the butterfly garden. So I did get quite a few butterfly models and like bug models in general. Like I think I have a wasp, a grasshopper, and a bunch of butterflies. So this area is going to be pretty full, and I'm going to enclose it sort of with trees and bushes and flowers. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with the beach yet, so disregard the beach. I know it is a mess, but this area is going to be used as sort of like a transition from, the museum and the shops and stuff, and we are going to do like an enchanted garden theme. I know I've been talking about it for a while, but so we're going to have our butterfly garden, and then it's going to transition to like a foresty area, and it's going to be very whimsical and all of that. So that is the main purpose of this. Also, I had a bunch of butterfly models that I wanted to use, and I love using them. So we are placing down some dirt path, which this is probably my favorite dirt path that I've ever gotten. And we're just going to put it in a couple areas, not like a certain like pathway, I guess. It's very like, I don't know, just like spots of pattern. You know what I mean? Just here and there. And this area is going to be full of flowers, full of bushes. So if you've been keeping up with the Let's Play of this island, I am still looking for Grizzly. So I don't want you to think I forgot about him, because I definitely have not. And eventually I do want his house to be in the forest area. Like, this is what I've been talking about for like 5 episodes. But anyways, we are still gonna get him. We are just waiting for moths to move off the island, and we're gonna be hunting for Grizzly again, because I am not gonna give up. And last time I villager hunted for 7 hours looking for Grizzly, which is crazy because Grizzly is not like, super cute or nothing. I just really want him, and now I'm like super determined and stubborn. So we are going to be looking for him again eventually. And I did get more tickets for our future hunt. Honestly, we were just waiting at this point for someone to move off, which we really just need mods to move off, because everyone else is pretty cute on our island. Like, I love everyone so far. Like, we have Apple, Molly, who else? Deidre, all the cuties. But now I am placing my beautiful models. I have quite a few. Also, you see that I put my 5-star flower in the middle? I can't believe we're already at 5 stars. I think that's pretty crazy considering I've only decorated like, I don't know, probably like 30% of my island. I'd have to look at the map, but it's really not that much because we've only done like resident services, Nook's Cranny. Oh, I guess we did do Elma's Farm and my yard. I guess we have done quite a bit. Maybe it is earned the 5 stars. But then again, I do use a lot of items in my build. So that is probably what did it, and all the flowers. But I think this butterfly garden is going to be so cute with all the actual butterflies coming in. And then like all of the models, of course. Also, I have this super like giant bug model of this moth, and it is giant. Like I did not expect it to be. I do add it a little later on, but it's super big, and I was not expecting that. And it took me like a good like 4 minutes trying to place it because it wouldn't fit anywhere because it was like so overcrowded in this area. And I also ran out of fully grown bushes, unfortunately, so we are planting new ones. But don't worry, because when we do our little tour, I am going to fast travel like a couple days, so they'll be fully grown for us, and so we can get the full effect. Same with the flowers, because I did run over some of them on accident, so. But there's going to be quite a few flowers in here, of course, because it's a garden. So, if there is any other builds that you are looking forward to or you really want to see that are like cottagecore, forest core, you know, kind of similar to our theme, just let me know in the comments because I would love to hear your ideas and I love building. So, if you have any cool, sweet ideas that you're looking forward to, just let me know because we are adding the finishing touches of this build and we are almost done and almost ready for our tour. Just a couple little finishing touches. Oh, here's the giant moth model. Look how big that is. I did not expect it to be that big. Okay, here is our tour. So we're starting here. This is the coffee shop area. Beautiful. With the little gnome. And the bunny is waiting in line. Adorable. Our tables. Our fossils. And then look, we have the gyroids at the tables doing like homework or something. And we have another gnome selling pretzels and breadsticks. I absolutely love the way the castle came out. And I definitely am going to be using those types of items in the future. And here's the beautiful butterfly garden. Stunning. I love it. You know, this place is going to look really cool at night. So maybe we'll do like a night tour eventually. But thank you so much for watching. And I hope you enjoyed it. Here's a couple clips of the area. I hope it gave you some good inspiration for your island. And leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I super appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend, weekday, whatever day it is, where you are. All right, bye.